Hello. Hello. Hello, hello. I forgot I put squishmallows on stream. That helps the nerves a little bit. Let me go get my squishmallow. Hell yeah. They can be friends. I got my squishmallow. Okay. I made a list of things to talk about again. Because I know I'm gonna get sidetracked by, I don't know, Phantom of the Opera. So... Speaking of Phantom of the Opera, I watched the 25th anniversary. I don't want to call it like stage musical, because like, yeah, they were on a stage, but like none of the props and shit were there, so it was just like them singing in like the Phantom of the Opera clothes. Well, okay, some of the props were there. Some of them were missing. But I liked it so much I bought a DVD for it. And someone keeps taking fucking money out of my goddamn account. Cause like I go to buy the DVD and I do my checkbook. I know that's like a boomer thing, but Mama Hoshino bought me a checkbook, so I'm like, okay, might as well use it. And $350 was taken out, and it's documented in Mama Hoshino's handwriting. I was not asked. I don't know where it went. So that's fun. I don't think she realizes that like I'm not making bank. Like I'm making money now that I'm affiliate, but I feel like she just thinks I'm like bringing home the bank, you know, and not like, oh, $350 isn't a whole lot. And but I only made like $4 on ads last time I checked, and that's not enough to get paid because on Twitch you gotta make at least $50 for them to pay you. If you make less than $50, they just keep all the fucking money you made. So I blew through like 2 out of the 6 fucking topics so quickly. So that's stressful because all the good apartments are expensive. And I plan to move out in May when the college students start moving out, because, you know, they're done with college. That way more apartments open up to me for me to look at. And I can't do that if I don't have the money. Like, Mama Hoshino's like, if you want to move out, you need money. And I'm like, I know! But I can't if $350 just disappears. And it's not like she pays me back or anything. She hardly ever pays me back. So, that's lovely. So, if you wanna if you consider unsubbing because you know that like the money is just going to Twitch, and even if it does get to me, it's probably not gonna be put towards moving out, because oh man, I think like it's not like I'm choosing to have my money taken out of my account and shit and like moved around and spent on whatever. Cause like I cried yesterday because I was so upset about this. Cause it's like I'm fucking stuck here. You know? But I wanted to tell you this so that, you know, cause like I want to be honest, right? I don't want anyone to continue subscribing to me when you know that like the money isn't even going to me because I make less than $50 a month, and even if it does get to me, it's probably being spent on who knows what. So if you reconsider your subscription, that's understandable. I would, you know, hearing this news, I would too. Okay? I would too. But I just wanted to tell you, so that way you know I'm not mad, and I do get money. I get money from the government every month because I have so many mental health conditions. And they're like, oh fuck. So I do get money every month to keep myself afloat, but I don't think I'm gonna be getting out of this. I don't think I'm gonna be hitting the shore anytime soon. Yeah. I don't think I'll be hitting the shore anytime soon. And by the shore, I mean moving out. My therapist told me one day during therapy that like, oh yeah, you know, you should probably shoot to move out in like May, because all the college students move out, and that way you can have like more options for apartments. And I'm like, oh shit, that's genius. So I hear people talking and I'm like, I need to shut the fuck up and listen. Bad habit. But I don't know. It would be really nice to have my own place and to not worry about like, oh, you know, I gotta close my door all the way to like block out as much noise as I can. I worry about people walking near my room when I'm streaming. I worry about people using the restroom. I worry about the dogs barking, because I want to try to make it a good experience, right? Because if it's a good experience, you know, more people will be here, more people that I can talk to. And I use streaming as like an outlet to talk to people, because I don't talk to people very often. Not with my voice. I type to people often, but I don't like talk to people with my voice often, and I don't get to talk about my interests very often using my voice, and I want to. So but yeah, I was like, oh my god, you're a genius. So but I don't know if I'll be able to do that anymore if this keeps happening. But if you want to reconsider your subscription and you don't want to you don't want to, you know, give bits or anything anymore, that's completely understandable. And if I was listening to this news, if this news was laid on me right now, I would be reconsidering too, and I'm not mad. But you do what you want, because it's your money, it's your life, it's your wallet, not mine. My wallet big. Not because it's packed with a whole lot of money, but because there's so many little compartments that I don't fucking use. You have ID, right? There's like 15 billion different compartments, and like I only use like 5. I use one for my ID, one for my debit card, one for any spare change, one for receipts and dollar bills, and that's it. And there's like a bunch more that I don't need. And I don't like the wallets that like they're like square. I like the rectangle ones where it's like you like unbuckle, like you like unbutton it or whatever the fuck. I don't know. And it's just I don't know. I don't like the square ones. I don't like your stereotypical wallet shape. I like the rectangle ones. And trying to figure out where to place the check mark. I kind of didn't think this through. I have like a bullet point list, and some of the things, the name of like the item on the list is so long, I have no room to put a check mark, so I'm just like, I don't know. I want to put it on the right side so it's symmetrical, but like, I don't think I can. That does not look like a check mark, but there we go. I've made it look like a check mark. And I'm feeling moving out is more like urgent now because Brother Hoshino moved his PC setup from the living room to his room, and his room is, we literally share a wall. So if he starts playing PC games, or, you know, I stream when he's asleep, right? Because his sleep schedule is fucking horrible, and I take advantage of that. I'm a clever little creature. I'm a clever little guy. Just a clever little dude. I'm so silly. But he's asleep, right? So I stream. But one day, what if one day he decides to get his sleep schedule in order, and then I either have to move stream really late into the night, like me getting ready for bedtime, or really early in the morning, like me getting ready for the daytime, you know? I don't know. I don't like change. I don't like change. So, I may have to move or cancel streams if his sleep schedule changes and he decides I'm gonna play a PC game and scream at my PC. Or I'm gonna play on my Xbox and scream at my Xbox. I've considered moving into the basement, but then I'd have to worry about like going up and down the stairs all the time, and I don't think my little legs could do that. And you know, I'd have to like bring the whole fucking PC setup and shit downstairs, and that's dangerous. And you know, there's a lot of like risks that I'm not willing to take, because like this PC setup is like old as shit. Like, I remember this keyboard from when I was like 13? 14? 15? We got it around there. Because like our old PC took a dump, right? Old PC died, rest in peace. So we got this one. A gaming PC for Brother Hoshino, but he never used it, so... And it just sat there collecting dust. So I was like, can I have it so I can stream on it? And Mama Hoshino was like, yeah, sure, why not? And I'm like, okay, can I move to my room? She's like, okay. So... It made getting up to stream a lot easier because previously I had to like get up, get ready, and then like walk all the way to the other side of the house. But now it's like I stay on the same side of the house. I don't walk as much, and that's good for my legs. That's good. That helps my pain. So it's like but on the bright side, haha, bright, get it, because there's a new light bulb in the bathroom. I don't know why I wrote this down, I just wanted to talk about it. But there's a new light bulb in the bathroom that got installed last night. And I remember, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom before I go to bed. And I turn on the light and it's like getting hit with a fucking flashbang. Like, oh my god. The other light bulb was like dim and like an orange color. But this one's like bright and white. It's like a fucking flashbang in a video game. It's like the fucking Phoenix flashes. Or the sky flashes. Who else has flashes in Valorant? Does Omen have flashes? Phoenix. Sky. Maybe Omen. It's like a flash in fucking Valorant is my point. And I bought Cyberpunk 2077 a few days ago. And I don't know how many hours I have in it, so let me check how many hours I have in Cyberpunk going on. Okay, Steam, show me how many hours I have in this silly Cyberpunk game. I have 18 hours? What the fuck is that? 18.6 hours. Which is a lot for me. Right? Because I only have like, what, 20 hours in Crab Champions? And I've had that game for like so long. But like, I literally got Cyberpunk like, what, 2 or 3 days ago? And I already have like over 12 hours in it. So, that's my newest hyperfixation. Carrie Eurodyne, my beloved, I bought the game for him, and then I stayed for literally everything else, and him. I haven't even met him yet. I've just seen like videos on YouTube of like Carrie romance. Like the Carrie romance plotline. And he's soft. He deserves to be soft. I can make him soft. I can sand out those edges. I've got my sanding paper ready. And now we get to talk about the big thing. The thing that I have decided to stream. The thing that I made a stream to talk about. The thing that I named stream. Like, what am I saying? Okay, hold on. The thing that I was originally supposed to talk about. Like, it's literally the first thing on the list. Couple days ago, there was a funny smell in the house. And at first I thought, oh, it's just me. And then I thought, okay, well, maybe I'm hallucinating. Maybe I need to like go outside. Maybe I need to like walk around or something. But Mama Hoshino came in to my room and she's like, "Do you know what that smell is?" And I'm like, "No." And that like proved to me that like, okay, it's not just me. I'm not hallucinating. What the fuck is happening? And at this point it's been going on for hours. Literally hours. And Mama Hoshino's like, "It's worse in your room." And I'm like, "Really?" And I'm like, I have noticed it, but like I thought, like I didn't know it was that bad. Just I didn't know it was like all congregated in my room or whatever. It was like everywhere in the house, but it was like especially bad in my room. So Papa Hoshino, he calls the police department and he's like, "Hey, has anyone in the neighborhood reported a strange smell?" And the police department was like, "No, but we can send someone to check your house for a strange smell." And Papa Hoshino was like, "Okay, that would be great. Please do. Thank you." So Papa Hoshino, you know, he this fucking officer comes over and instead of like parking his car, you know, on the side of the road or whatever, and like, you know, coming up and like, you know, asking questions, talking to people, investigating, he just drives by the block twice. Doesn't even roll down his window. And even if he did, he probably wouldn't have smelled it from all the way out there. And then, you know, we're watching him drive, you know, everyone's watching him drive by the fucking block twice. And we're like, well, if he's not stopping, you know, to like talk to us and whatever, it must be good, right? You know, everything must be fine, right? It must be, you know, maybe some like burnt food or something, I don't know. Maybe a cat took a piss, I don't know, dude. So everyone goes to bed, right? We start like spraying Febreze everywhere and shit, you know. And then everyone goes to bed. And it's fine. The Febreze helped a lot. It was fine. But then at 3:30 in the morning, I woke up to this like horrid popping sound, like firecrackers being thrown on concrete. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, it's, at first I thought it was like Naru. Cat name reveal, I guess. I mean, my cat is named Naru. Mama Hoshino named her that because she thought it meant fish cake in Japanese, and she had like, and the cat Naru had like a little swirl marking on her shoulder when she was a kitten, and it looked kind of like a fish cake. But Naru actually means become or to become, and as she aged, she lost the fish cake marking. So I guess it was meant to be. But anyways, at first I thought it was like her tag hitting the bowl that she eats out of. So it's like, so I turn over and I look. She's sleeping on her pillow. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, it's not her. And the smell came back. It was fucking horrendous. It was awful. I hate it. This is awful. Starring at the fucking tiefling party when he's drinking the vinegar for wine or whatever he calls it. And he's like, I hate it. This is awful. That was me. So I turn over the other direction and oh, I look down and, oh, what do you know? My power strip is, smoking. It smells horrible, and there are sparks flying out of it. And that's what the popping sound was. So, I have to snooze an ad. So, at first, I don't know what to do. I'm like, oh god, what do I do? I don't want to get up, because what if I get, like, hit on the foot with, like, a spark? Yeah, like, light on fire or some shit, I don't know. But eventually, like, when I saw that, my heart started, like, it dropped and then it started, like, racing. Like, holy shit. Oh my god. My power strip is gonna catch on fire. So I get up, and turns out a few other people are awake too, because the smell's back, and I woke them up. Brother Hoshino's awake, Papa Hoshino's awake, Mama Hoshino's awake. Brother Hoshino got out of bed. He's in the hallway with me. We're talking. And I'm like, yeah, I think I know where the smell is coming from now. And he's like, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah. I think it's coming from my power strip. And he's like, oh, you know, that can't be true. You know, blah, blah, blah. And then I step aside, I point to my room, and I'm like, just watch. And it's sparking. And he's like, oh, yeah. And then Papa Hoshino gets up because he heard, like, the word spark, right? So he gets up, and he goes in, and he unplugs the outlet from the wall, and then he starts unplugging literally everything from it. My phone charger, my lamp, my fairy lights, my fan, literally anything in this power strip disconnected. And then he takes it outside, sits it on the concrete, and I'm shaking. I'm crying. I'm bawling. I'm bawling my eyes out. Because one of my worst fears is the house catching on fire. Because obviously I would take my cat and my phone. But I just have so much personal stuff in here that's so meaningful to me, you know? Like this $400 fucking microphone. I do not want to spend $400 on a microphone again. No. So it's like 4 in the morning at this point, and I'm having an anxiety attack. And I don't, this is where it gets foggy. I don't remember much of it. And I remember being like, I use humor to cope a lot, so I was like, wow, I don't even get a thank you, and Papa Hoshino was like, you don't just need a thank you, you're a hero. If you hadn't like woke up, I probably would have woke up and went in there. But if you woke up and you know, turned, looked at your power strip, and then just went back to bed, I don't know what would have happened. And I'm like, holy shit. My power strip almost started an electrical fire. And this all could have been prevented if the police actually decided to step out of the car and start talking to people and investigate and maybe ring up the fire department. Like, dude. If I just fell back asleep, I guarantee you I would have woke up later to shit on fire, you know? One of my worst fears almost came true. But everyone's fine physically. I don't know about mentally. I can't read minds. I can't attest for that. What I can attest for is that mentally I am not okay. I'm shaking just talking about it. Like my fuck that bitch. Anyways, like I'm shaking just talking about it, you know? And I'm like, okay. I get a new power strip. It works fine. And nothing has happened yet. So it wasn't the outlet, it was the power strip. And the thing about my old power strip is that it was supposed to automatically turn off when it overheated. It didn't fucking do that. I don't know if I had like too much shit plugged in or what, but I got a new one. And it has this light, and if the light is off, that means it's overheating, and you have to unplug it from the outlet and just start unplugging shit. Hopefully this one is not like the other one, and it actually works. But next day, wait, you know, same day actually, just later in the fucking day, like 9 a.m, me and Papa Hoshino, all dressed up, we're ready to go to the police station because I am fucking fuming. Go to the police station and we're like, hey, is the officer that you sent to our house last night here? And the receptionist is like, oh no, he's not here. But, we have this guy here, completely unrelated to the cause, completely unrelated to the case at hand. And Papa Hoshino's like, okay. And they talk. And the police officer says that they handle these situations on a quote-unquote case-by-case basis? Excuse me? People could have potentially gotten seriously hurt. And, like, I still have, like, anxiety over it. And it's been, like, days. Probably almost, like, a week. But people could have seriously gotten hurt. Thousands of dollars in possessions could have been lost. And you're telling us that you handled it that you handle situations like these on a case-by-case basis? You should at least have a basic fucking protocol to, I don't know, stop the goddamn car and start going to talk to people. What the fuck? So I'm sitting there, silently fuming in my head, and as we leave, Papa Hoshino's like, did you get the response you wanted? And I'm like, fuck no! They're just making excuses. And we learned a vital piece of information that day. It turns out the guy we were talking to was the guy that the chief was covering for that night. Meaning the chief of the police station was the one driving around the block twice to cover for this guy because he couldn't be there that night. And you would think, okay, well, the chief is, you know, the chief for a goddamn reason. He should have at least some sense. Wrong. I would be more forgiving if this was like a regular police officer just going around the block twice. Because, you know, maybe there was a misunderstanding or a misinterpretation or something like that, but this is the goddamn chief. So we're talking to the guy that the chief had to cover. right? So the guy we talked to in the police station was the guy that the chief was covering for that night. Meaning, if this guy showed up at, like, if this oh my god. And I'm like, no, I'm fucking fuming. We even took the power strip. We even had that power strip in the back of the goddamn truck, and it was freezing cold, but I was still adamant that I wanted to go because I was fucking fuming. And now I'm like furious, realizing that, oh shit, it was the chief that went around the block twice, not just some random police officer. So Papa Hoshino's like, okay, well, when's the chief gonna be in? And the receptionist and the officer are like, oh, he'll be in Monday. And we're like, okay, thanks, and we leave. And I'm fucking fuming, dude. Like, I'm so angry. Cause like, how do you let this shit happen? How do you say you defend the law and bring justice and like do all this shit when you can barely handle an electrical fire? Actually, you can't even handle it at all. Like So Monday rolls around. Papa Hoshino goes to talk with the chief. I actually don't know what the fuck any of them said because I wasn't there, because I'm tired of this situation. I'm just tired. I'm fucking exhausted. All the anxiety and all the stress of like moving out and shit, it makes me tired, okay? So I'll have to go talk to Papa Hoshino. And I'll have to be like, hey, did you talk with the police chief? What the fuck did he say? What kind of excuses did he make? Because, like, had I chosen to roll over and go back to bed that night, an electrical fire could have started, thousands of dollars in possessions could have been lost. Like, I guarantee, like, there's at least $900 just sitting in my room. A $400 mic and, like, a $500, you know, in a fucking cardboard box. Like, and that's in like my fucking Littlest Pet Shops too. Those are all of them in there are probably worth hundreds, like 100 at the very least. There are literal thousands of dollars just sitting in my room that there are thousands of dollars of possessions I have collected over the years just sitting in my room. Like, I think this phone was like $2,000. Got it new when it came out, and it's still holding strong, but it's kind of old. Not to mention the personal, sentimental value of certain items, like this fucking Squishmallow. You know? And there are pets here too. People could have gotten hurt, people could have lost their lives, animals could have gotten hurt and lost their lives, thousands of dollars of possessions could have potentially been burnt. Years worth of memories could have been burnt. My medical records could have been burnt. Cause I keep some of my medical records in my room to help me remember. Right? My oximeter that was $30. My cane that was like $10 from Walmart that survived getting hit like fucking, I don't know, 10 mile, you know, like 10, 20, 30, 40 miles an hour by a volleyball. So much would have been lost. And it hurts to think about. And it hurts even more to think about how the police department that is supposed to protect the, you know, like, uphold the law and protect people and bring justice failed to handle a potential electrical fire, which is really simple compared to... which is supposed to be really simple. Park the car, start talking to people, go in the house, investigate, maybe call up the fire department. It's like 5 steps. How can you fucking fail that? You know? Oh, there's an ad coming up and I ran out of snoozes. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to watch the VOD. It's all free on YouTube, don't worry. It hurt. It hurt to think about all the sentimental value and all the memories and all the money that could have been lost. It's like when you buy something and then you realize you don't need it. Like, what the fuck do you do with it, you know? Oh, I could have spent that, like, X amount of money on, you know, this thing that I actually know what to do with and would actually be useful. You know? That, like, oh, I just wasted X amount of money feeling, you know? And the trauma that would come with that, oh my fucking god, don't get me started. Like, dude. My cat's been with me since I was like 5. If I lost her, if a house fire started and I lost her, I would be devastated. I would be heartbroken. I would be so depressed. I wouldn't get out of bed for the next months. For the next months, maybe years. She means the world to me. I could barely handle like 10 days in a psych ward without her. Imagine losing her forever. She's what keeps me going. She's what I live for. I don't want to think about losing her because she's already getting so old. The only way I'll feel some kind of closure is if she dies of a peaceful, painless death. In my arms, whether at home, the vet's office. I don't want her to burn into a fire. At least, not to death, you know. I wouldn't even know what... I would pay so much money just to have her cremated in a private oven? That way it's just her ashes I'm getting. Just hers. I would pay an arm, a leg, a lung, a heart. I would pay anything. She's already scared us a few times. I have so much in here that I don't want to lose. And I almost lost it that night. And potentially my life. All because one police officer, the chief of all people, couldn't do his fucking job. I would be a little bit more forgiving if it was a regular police officer, no special rank or anything. I would be a bit more forgiving. Quite a generous amount if it was a new recruit. But the chief? I am not forgiving at all. There will be no mercy. I will fight this fucker in court if I have to. This fucker will pay. Whether it's getting his ass beat and an article in the newspaper titled, "This person beats the police chief's ass because the police chief couldn't handle a basic fucking electrical fire," or "Police chief challenged in court." Which one is it gonna be? Make your fucking choice. I wore platforms that day. The day I went to the police station. The same day the near fire happened. The start of a fire. The very start. The same day the sparks flew, I wore platforms into the police station. That way if I needed to kick someone's ass, I could do it while looking cool. And being tall. Debated wearing my heels so they would have a flower-shaped imprint in their skin. I didn't have to kick anyone's ass, so I wasn't allowed to do any of the talking, rightfully so. Because if I had done the talking, I would have gotten arrested for disturbing the peace. I'm not. This is one of the many reasons I want to leave. Because you all know I live in the States, I'm not gonna say which one. I'm just not comfortable with that. But this is why I want to leave, because the justice system here is so bad and it's failed me numerous times. And it's just not getting better. I've dreamed of going to Canada or the UK or Japan for years. This country doesn't feel like home to me anymore. Why should I continue living here and supporting a government that clearly doesn't care about me because of who I am? You know? I'm gonna take a break because thinking about my cat. My cat dying is another one of my worst fears. The other few being drowning in heights. Just the thought of her passing away. Just the thought of it alone scares me to death. She's given me so many gray hairs from stress, and she's given me so many near heart attacks. When I get back, I'll update you all with any stories about the conversation that happened on Monday. And we can do some singing. I can do some singing. And some lighthearted chatting, and maybe play a browser game to round off stream on a lighter note. I will be putting trigger warnings in the VOD description with timestamps. So if you had to tune out at any point, I completely understand. I'm sorry I didn't say a trigger warning before I started talking about this. I already started the story and I didn't know where to put it, so I just kind of continued, and that was stupid of me. But I will leave a content warning in the VOD description, and I will provide timestamps in case you wish to skip over it, or if you just want to get straight to that story, you know, that for some reason, I don't. But I want to reassure everyone that I'm okay. Everyone's okay. All the animals are okay. Nothing got burnt. I was lucky and it was just sparks. But had I chosen to just go back to bed, it could have been more. Right? There wouldn't even be sparks if that police officer did something. But he didn't. He left it up to me when he shouldn't have. They exist to help people, not to just leave them to fend for themselves. So I'm gonna take a break, dry my tears, maybe get a water. And then I will bring one final update about the story. And then we can do something fun. Okay? Give me like, what, like 10-15 minutes? Go play Minesweeper, I don't know, go play Infinite Craft, go play chess. Go play checkers. Go play Uno, it's on your fucking Xbox. back and I don't feel like continuing the stream because I got myself so upset talking about it. I think I have trauma. More. I think I have more trauma. I'm definitely gonna talk about this with my therapist. Turns out no one's awake right now, so I don't get any closure right now, and they probably will not be awake for the next god knows how long. So, also, no one fucking told me what happened Monday, like the conversation. No one fucking told me. Just went, had the conversation, left, didn't even tell me what took place, so that's swell, but whoa, I could have died that night because electrical fires spread really fucking quickly. That is my second near-death experience. Dear Todd, I don't want any kisses just yet. At least not on the mouth. I mean, you can kiss in other places, but like not just on not the mouth right now, please. Dear Todd from the hit musical Elizabeth Das musical. It's in German, but there's English subtitles. It's all on YouTube. I recommend the 1992 Vienna production because that one has Kroger as Sir Todd, and he's perfect for the role, and like and it in the musical, especially the 1992 Vienna production of it, really portrays depression and suicidal ideation really well. Like, you can feel Rudolph's depression through the screen. And that's something that, like, not a lot of media gets right nowadays. Like, I know this is, like, an old musical, but, like, still. It's only, like, what? Like, 30 years old? But I got myself worked up talking about it, and I just wanna lay down. I just wanna play Cyberpunk. I just wanna pet my cat. You know. But so I don't get accused of clickbaiting, I guess I'll do a little singing. Just a little. I don't know much about the Phantom of the Opera movies, but I do know the search for this Lost Bird movie that I watched as a kid fucking continues, I guess. But, I don't know much about the Phantom of the Opera movies, but I do know about the musical. But there's this one song in the 2004 Phantom of the Opera called No One Would Listen, and I really like it. It's sad, but It's like a melancholy bittersweet to me. I don't know. It's calming. I don't think there's an instrumental of it. Oh shit, there is. And it comes with lyrics too. It's from 12 years ago. Oh my god, I feel like I'm opening up a fucking time capsule. No. Okay, let me get desktop audio on. Can we hear it? Okay, cool. Shamed into solitude, shunned by the multitude, and I learned to listen. In my dark, my heart heard music. I longed to teach the world, rise up and reach the world. No one would listen. I alone could hear the music. Then at last a voice in the gloom seemed to cry, I hear you. I hear your fears, your torment and your tears. She saw my loneliness, shared in my emptiness. No one would listen. No one but her heard as the outcast hears. No one would listen. No one but her heard as the outcast hears. I don't know if I got the... I don't know if I sang in time with the instrumental or not. That was my first time singing to the instrumental, because I normally sing to like the song, but I have it on like really quiet. It helps me learn the lyrics that way. Oh, there's a karaoke version. I'll sing it again, chat. No. Where's the instrumental? Oh, there it is. Okay, so when the words are yellow, that's when we sing. Okay. I got it. I've still got it. Ugh. Let me get my squishmallow here. No one would listen. No one but her heard as the outcast hears. Shamed into solitude, shunned by the multitude, I learned to listen. In my dark, my muse, my heart heard music. I longed to teach the world, rise up and reach the world. No one would listen. I alone could hear the music. Then at last a voice in the gloom seemed to cry, I hear you. I hear your fears, your torment and your tears. She saw my loneliness, shared in my emptiness. No one would listen. No one but her heard as the outcast hears. No one would listen. No one but her heard as the outcast hears. And that's my first time singing to a karaoke version. That's my first time singing the karaoke version of this song. Yeah. I longed to teach the world, rise up and reach the world. Yep, that shit gets me every time. Okay. I think I'm gonna end the stream there, cause I just wanna play Cyberpunk, man. I just wanna lay down. Oh! I almost forgot, no streams either next week or the week after that because I have family visiting. So... and it would just be too loud and chaotic. but yay! Yay! The VOD will be up in a few hours, and after the VOD is up, I'll skip around and try to find where to put timestamps, letting you know, hey, if you're sensitive to this, which is completely understandable, please skip to this time, because I talk about this and this here. But yeah, I will see you all on Thursday if my teeth don't ache because I have a cleaning tomorrow. And I'm nervous for that too. LMAO. So I will see you all on Thursday if my teeth don't hurt. Wish me luck. Bye.